during the day.
Well, they have a cop station at Manchester Vegas.
Las Vegas, though, now that I'm thinking of a few stories in my own thing, is their bouncers you don't want to fuck with.
No.
They're in the suits. They look nice or whatever. But I would say thank you, yes sir, no sir. And not saying that any bar in Manchester doesn't, but half of them are. I'm not saying McGarvey's. I'm saying a lot of bars in Manchester. Most of them seem a little tipsy themselves, so it's not so much respect.
The uniforms that the security personnel wear,
big guys.
They're big guys.
Right.
Giant.
They wear their
They're
yellow,
walls.
their yellow uniforms with their black shorts,
Yep.
and they're packing.
Right.
They are packing. You're right. You don't want to fuck with them because I'll tell you.
You say yes sir, no.
Absolutely.
Please,
And you know what? You can be friendly with them. And they'll say, "Enjoy your night."
And they see
have
crazy
a great time.
shit or crazy stuff
Oh my
every
God.
day.
Right.
You're not even on their lists. You don't mess with them.
There's just certain things that I wish could be incorporated from what I saw in Las Vegas into Manchester. I think you would decrease the type of violence that we see in our own
so just
towns.
basically more officers.
Well, I think there should be some more presence in it, and I think.
But they have
that's
so
one
much
thing-
stuff going on in this. They can't focus on the drunk college kids. They have to focus on medical, domestic, a lot of things other going on.
No,
what
no.
Bernie's saying is not necessarily sticking, one officer at every bar, but where they, during the day they patrol, they ride their bikes, they,
That woman.
yeah,
The one with the short hair.
they do the walk, up and down Elm Street. They
They make themselves known that they're there. And-
need to be doing that at night as well as during the day.
And a lot of people wonder why we don't have last call ending at 2:00 in Manchester, just because of what we've seen.
Yeah,
This
look at the
will
crowd.
never.
Yeah,
We can't
will
handle
never
it at
go.
one. Never mind.
It will never happen if this shit doesn't stop. And you know what? I think a lot of people need to take personal responsibility as well. Bars can only do so much. Not to compare what happened to September 11th. You can put as much blame on TSA and what happened in September 11th and everything. Obviously, they've increased. They put certain policies. You can't bring liquids on your check bag. The ounces of liquids you can you put in your check bag. Certain limitations and stuff. And I can understand that. If you're bringing electronics, you need to let them know that you're bringing electronics. You got to take your shoes off now. So certain policies have been in place. Hopefully, we will never experience a September 11th again. But I think we need to do certain things at bars similar to what
learn.
to decrease the violence and stuff.
Well, one of the
I know
things-
the security. I know that you're going to see a lot more security presence at McGarvey's.
Yeah.
And there's the no tolerance, the no bullshit is going to exist a lot more.
Well, that's
You're going to
good.
see, customer service is going to exist. But I mean, even from our side, we're not going to take bullshit anymore either.
Good.
It's not going to happen.
One of the things that I thought of years ago that I thought would be a really cool thing to have at a bar, and this is completely off topic, but is a scale, right? So the cost of going into the bar, like what it costs you as far as your cover charge, was dependent upon when you stepped on the scale. So, if you got you follow me here. So if you got on the scale and it was a lower number, it cost you less to go in the bar, and if it was a higher number, it cost you more. And then this way here, whatever, it's just skinny people, and that's what I was all about. This bar I wanted to open.
I
You were
really
really
think
big at one point, so you'd be paying a lot.
Yeah, whatever. That's just throwing it out there. It's completely off topic, but it's something that no bars are doing, and I think that they should. Actually, I did have a conversation with somebody the other day about this shit, about stuff that bars should do. How about this? Before we go to break, because I know we got a break coming up. How about this? No bars are doing this, and I think at least one bar should try it. It would be if you spend an individual up to X amount of dollars on your tab. So let's just say $50, right? So if your tab comes to $50, you are offered the opportunity to get a free Uber within, say, 5 or 10 miles of the bar.
That is if
Think
you,
about it.
If you in any bar in New Hampshire, if you are too drunk to drive, you can go to the bartender and tell them, "Listen, I can't drive.
Right.
and they have to pay for an Uber.
Oh, do they really?
You have to tip the Uber driver.
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
Not
wait a minute.
necessarily
Or a
Uber.
taxi. What?
They will provide you transportation to make sure that you get home.
Why didn't you tell Mike this?
Yeah, I really would kind of wish we'd known this. Like, I wish I'd known this for, wait a minute, how many years since I've been 21?
But
21 years ago.
here's the thing, though. I mean, if it's going to be an every night occurrence, obviously that's going to be an issue. But I mean,
But it's still saving a life, though.
it's
'cause
still saving a
there's
life.
The
Right.
people
Absolutely.
that drive home
You can
drunk
go to the bar
every night.
You can go to the
You
bar.
can go to the bar and have them order you a taxi, but having them pay for it is
Yep.
something completely different. The bar will
They-
call you a taxi, but they ain't gonna fucking
They're-
pay for
they
it.
will
are
pay for it.
They are
They will
supposed
pay
to
for
pay for it.
transportation, making
come to
sure that you
think
get
of it,
home.
now that I think about it, you're right. That is some goddamn random liquor law, isn't it?
Here's
Yeah.
the other thing. So the beer distributors in New Hampshire, like Amoskeag and Bella Vance, one of the biggest nights to drink is Thanksgiving Eve. It's the night before Thanksgiving.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Thanksgiving
Now,
Eve is the night before
ready
Thanksgiving.
for this? Those beer distributors will actually tow your car and give you a ride home that night if you are too intoxicated to drive.
What?
Nice.
Dead serious.
Okay.
Is
well,
that some type of trick? Are you working with
Yeah,
them, Bernie? that they're just
yeah,
going to tow your
exactly.
car, then you have to pay?
I wish I still,
way.
I wish I still kept those posters.
Thanksgiving Eve
There was
is only
a
3.5 weeks away,
yeah,
guys.
no, there's a poster. There's a poster that they used
Wow.
to, that they would put at certain bars that says,
Sick.
"If you cannot drive, we will tow your car and we'll give you a ride to."
How is
where
that
we live.
not more known? Because I've been in the bar
Well,
scene for
if
a
you really
while,
think-
and I've never seen. I've paid for my own Ubers, my own taxis. I will never drink and drive. I won't even have two and drink or drive. But how is that not more known?
Right.
I think it's just it's supposed to be like one of those.
Under the radar kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
it's,
not
it's
anymore.
good.
I remember seeing the posters and stuff.
well, Thanksgiving
here's
Eve,
the-
we're
here's the
definitely
thing.
going out and getting hammered, and we are fucking taking advantage of that shit.
Here's the thing. What would you say would your average bill would be at a bar?
Ugh. I can
Depends
tell you
on
what.
bar.
I can tell you what last night's was.
How much would it be?
Like $90.
Okay, so on average, on the people that have that, that cannot drive because they're completely blasted, average bill is about $90.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. And a DWI.
Would you say
a DWI
anywhere from $70 to $90? Would
and
you
That
a-
was
say?
split between friends too.
And a DWI costs $10,000. You know,
Okay.
so.
Well, not only so, how much is an Uber? About $20, maybe.
In
Oh,
Manchester?
it's like
Yeah.
12.
Let's say if you're going from the SNHU arena
Okay.
down to the Rite Aid on Elm, that's about $8.
Okay, so it's $8, and then you contract a towing company and say, listen, if someone doesn't, we just need you to tow the car and stuff. We'll give you an X amount or whatever. Team up with us and everything. So in reality, $8 a person. So let's put a $25 stamp on this particular situation where a person can get home safe with their car. You don't think it would be worth it for these beer distributors to make money?
And plus you're putting
you know
out
what I mean?
your
A
name,
$25
Bud
$25
I drink Bud Light,
solution
yeah.
Right.
over a $70 to a $90 bar tab.
Right.
Guess who
Right,
wins? They do.
Yeah.
Because
They
then,
do.
then people are like, oh, well, you know what? I don't have to worry about getting home, so give me
And then
another
you're saying,
beer.
no, I'll be the
Shot,
DD.
shot.
Now they're drinking
Right, right.
more.
Now, the bars obviously have that situation where they have to be very careful, not to overserve or have these other incidences. So you have other situations like we just previously talked about. But,
What? I don't mean to cut you off. What laws in Las Vegas do you think that they have to over serving? Because they're giving you drinks, and then they put the shots on top.
Well,
the
okay,
151
so-
on top.
So wait, we found out by doing a little bit of research, there is no public intoxication law in Las Vegas.
But what about the bartender? Like there must be like a. He's
You
about to die drunk.
You can get arrested for disorderly conduct, but you cannot get arrested for being drunk.
Well, if you're walking down the strip with the giant 10-foot drink, I mean.
you see it all over the strip and also on Fremont. I mean, people are just
Yeah.
They just have their drinks and stuff.
There was
It's just
somewhere else I went where it's open container. I can't think of where.
I'm
But
not
you
sure if
wanna
it's
hear
New Orleans.
One of
New
the
Orleans. I haven't been there yet. I'd love to.
One
I
of-
believe New Orleans on certain times of the year.
Open container.
I'm sorry, you were.
one of the most weirdest things that we did see though is on Fremont Street and on the Strip. There's these stores called ABC,
Yeah.
and they sell. It's like for us, it's like a liquor store. So you go in, but
I wouldn't even call it a liquor store. ABC is like it's like a glorified 7-Eleven or a Cumberland Farms
all right.
kind of thing.
But anyways, you can buy handles of alcohol at these stores. But there's right at the register, there's a sign that says these cannot be consumed on the Fremont Experience.
Glass. You cannot have glass on the Strip.
No, because
can
they
have
sell.
plastic.
It says any alcohol bought in this store cannot be consumed on the Fremont Experience, and you can buy the big beers. You can buy
the
Plastic.
they have the
I don't even
liquors
know how
a
many
bottle as well.
ounces.
You can buy them, but consuming them on Fremont Street is illegal. I don't know why. Not necessarily
Maybe because the
illegal.
bars are losing profit from you drinking liquor instead
There
of going
could very
into
well be some agreement
It's-
that these people that the casinos and the bars reached with the
Correct.
the city,
I
you know?
believe that's the.
That wouldn't surprise me in the least.
Now, what I've seen a lot of people do is they'll buy the plastic cups where you can
Yeah.
get them at the
Yeah,
store,
and just pour
and
it
then
in.
just pour it in there and then call it a
Problem
day.
solved. Genius.
I went to a Walgreens there, and they have a liquor store in the Walgreens, and this big, beautiful black woman was in there, and she's like, prescriptions and liquor? This is the best life ever.
Well,
You get it, girlfriend.
but it's and that's the one thing that I found very amazing is, well, even from the previous Las Vegas trips, once you get off the plane, there's liquor, there's the slot machines,
Gambling.
there's,
Second you walk off.
you know what I mean. You can have well, you can't smoke at the airport, but I mean, you walk into,
Yeah, you can't fucking smoke at the airport.
you know, you
You can
can't.
smoke at the Manchester airport, motherfuckers. That's right. Manchester airport, you can smoke. They still have a dedicated smoking room
Sitting
in
area.
that bitch.
They do.
Goddamn beautiful.
We got
sons of
we got
bitches.
all the we
Probably-
got
I
all
think
the
you're right.
way
It's gotta
in.
be.
We got all the way in through TSA. You know, we were at our gate, and I'm like, we've still got 2.5 hours and a 6-hour flight.
Ugh, God.
And I'm like, all right. I'm like, there's gotta. He's like, yeah, don't worry, honey. We'll find you. I'm like, all right, cool.
Well, see here was a situation. I thought, just like Manchester, that they would have a designated smoking area.
Right.
But in Boston, they don't.
No,
They
it's
used
I
to.
had to go-
extremely unusual. To
They
find
used
those
to,
now.
but they don't
I
have it
I
anymore.
had to go all the way outside of the
Right.
airport
Yep.
again,
Yep.
and then come all
and then
the
back
way
through
back.
security again.
Yep.
Yeah, because you left the airport.
Yeah, I was
We
like,
gotta-
"Are you fucking kidding me right now?"
We got a break coming up or anything? Okay,
Yeah,
so
we do have we have Trigger the Driggers,
Ladies
and
Room.
we also have Ladies Room coming up as well. Phone number, once again, 603-217-5400. We want to thank everybody for being here, and I wish Mike was here, but I'll take care of it. And don't forget, Common Sense New Hampshire is brought to you by PDS, Precision Delivery Solutions. We'll be back.
This is Philip Palker from Precision Delivery Solutions. I'm the president and owner of the corporation. We are a truckload carrier regionally based in the Northeast, currently looking for qualified CDL drivers with top pay and benefits for this area. We urge you to give us a call at 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. That is 1-800-639-3095, extension 1020. We look forward to hearing from you folks. We are the future of transportation.
I'm Barbara Favola. I'm chair of the Arlington County Board, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. In the summer of 2008, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was detected through a mammogram. I have been cancer-free for a year. Breast cancer now is not the doom and gloom diagnosis it used to be. Over 70% of breast cancer cases are first identified by women themselves doing self-examinations. More than 90% of breast cancer patients live at least 5 years or longer. Women can take charge of their health by doing their own self-examination, and